Alright. So, who would like to... who would like to recap what happened last time, then?
We talked to weird jester juggler man.
Yes.
Wist answered some riddles.
Wist is now the queen of riddles.
Yep.
Yes,
and
yes, she is.
we learned some interesting stuff, how information is passed along, how there are eyes and ears all over.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of literally.
Kind of literally, kind of figuratively.
Yeah.
And decided that that is going to be a problem that we're going to have to deal with before we can enact a plan. But we move on to not cause a disturbance in the immediate time frame.
Yeah.
Well, let's see.
And then there was a room that had some people that are sleeping off a hangover that we decided not to fuck with. And then Wisteria walked around a corner and immediately got spotted.
Yeah, in my defense, I did ask specifically if she was going to peek before she walked in, and I got the confirmation that no, just walking in. So, it is during these times we remember that Wist is a doctor. But she's learning how to adventure. But we leave off with all of you after discovering a secret hidden door and going through a passageway. I believe, Farah, you already took out that camera.
Yes.
Okay, you shot it down, but it did spot Wist. Ow, fuck. Sorry, I just stubbed my toe.
Oof.
Mm-hmm.
Farah, I don't know that Farah knows that, though. Only Wist does. Wist is not here.
Wist is not here. It's true.
Because Wisteria just pointed that thing, and Farah was like, okay, and shot it down. She doesn't know anything beyond that.
Yeah, you probably infer there's a good chance she was spotted. Since it took a second for it to, go out and it was staring at the door. So I feel like Farah is smart enough to put two and two together. Yes, you'll make your way out into this doorway. And the first thing you guys notice is, well, aside from the charring, smoldering remains of whatever the fuck that eye stalk was made of, you're not quite sure, but it doesn't smell good. You also see a stairway. Or, what is it? Let me zoom in. Enhance, yes. Doorways. 3. One double door by the camera, or where the camera was, or the quote unquote eye stalk, and then 2 other doorways.
So double door down here.
Yep, double door down there, and then 2 separate ones. Alright. And in comes cartwheeling Jester, who is happily moving along.
Farrell.
In your NPC pile. I'm going to add Wist pile.
Farah will cross the telepathic communication Discord. So, pretty sure that whatever the fuck that was spotted our doctor here.
There's no like alarms that we could hear or anything, like no stomping of feet or any like motion of, I don't know, rallying the forces, I guess. I don't know.
You can roll me perception.
I hope I'm making sense of that, but okay.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Can Farah too? Is
Yeah.
Farah too far away? Okay. Not great.
Not great.
Perception.
Perception. 20. Okay. Whoops.
Oh, sorry.
So, with a 20, Rosette, you, in fact, as you think for a second, you strain to hear. And, Feyre, it's hard for you to make it out. There's too many people around you for you to clearly tell what's what. Especially because, man, the fucking cartwheeling makes a lot more noise than you think it would when you're trying to listen for footsteps or any sounds of alarm. But Rosette, you're isolated enough that you do hear footsteps coming, and it's coming from the south. Multiple pairs of footsteps.
Down
Behind
this
the
way?
group or from the double doors?
Double doors south.
So, just making sure this is right.
Yeah,
Oh, sorry, didn't mean to click that.
Yep, here.
I was too zoomed in, so I didn't see anything.
Yes.
Okay. Move. Like, you'll just make the motion and send to the core party. We gotta get moving. There's someone coming.
Feyre will just turn towards the gesture and like motion towards the two doors. So, what's behind door A and door B?
He hops over, oblivious to any incoming danger. And he kneels down and gestures towards this door right here. And as he gestures, he kind of knocks on it a little bit with the back of his hand. He says, "This is a hassle. There are too many stairs, and I don't have time for all these stairs when I have to make riddle." Hops over to this one. "This one is gross. I do not go here."
That's useful.
I'd like to preemptively say this before Amy throws something at us. I'd like to preempt a spell if we do not get through a door and this one opens.
What would you like to prepare?
Silent and
Okay. I see. Cool.
So I see I'm looking at the crudely drawn map that we have, right?
Yes. I worked really hard on that.
So I see the bottom door is marked with a WD. What did he mean by that?
So, the WD is the entrance to Waterdeep. The SP over in the top right is the entrance to Skullport.
So that means that this bottom door is just the fucking million stairs up, right?
Yep.
So Feyre just kind of nods, puts like 2 and 2 together from the map, and gestures towards the top one. I think it's going to be door A for us. Let's go.
What's everyone's passive perceptions?
16.
All right. Fair, as you say that, you hear footsteps on the back of this door right here. Is Torin would too. Anyone who's above a 10, really. I think that's all of you.
The double doors or the one that Feyre stepped?
Double doors.
Okay, Feyre's just going to be like, okay, we're going.
Mm-hmm.
In,
all right.
Shoving people in. Shove the gesture.
All right. Shoving them all in. Everyone in. And what we're going to do is a quick little roll-off. Pretend this door closed. Okay, so you want to close the secret door.
So it makes it sound like a door closed in the opposite direction kind of thing.
Gotcha. Okay, so you close that door. Everyone's gonna file in. Just gonna pile them all up over here, over here, over here. Now, because of Rosette doing that, Faye, are you gonna be the one closing this door?
If Torin and Rosette will go in first.
Because what I want to do is I want to have whoever closes this door a quick dex check. And from Rosette closing the other door, getting advantage. On essentially, does this door open first? Or does the enemy door open before you guys close the door? Is essentially what this is going to be.
So just straight dex.
Straight dex. And Rosette closing the secret entrance door is going to give you advantage.
Not advantage. Is the
Hurry
needed
up.
advantage.
Xylophone.
That's a 17.
Okay. So you're able to close the door in just the nick of time as you hear this other door open up. And you hear voices on the other side. Muffled from the door, but multiple pairs of voices, all of them in a lower register and pretty gruff. You can't quite make out what they're saying, but you can probably infer that they do not sound happy.
Favorite will just point towards the next door and just like motion everybody to start heading that direction. But while there is the shuffle trying to get out of this hallway, she will press her ear to the door again, see if she can make out anything more clearly.
Mm-hmm. So you're pressing your ear to the... Oh, what the fuck? Oh, sorry, Roll20 decided to refresh on me. So you're pressing your ear to the next door?
No, to this one.
No? Oh, okay, so to the back one, the left one.
Yeah, she needs everybody else to get the fuck out of the way to get to the next door. So
Ah,
she's sending them first.
It's a little cramped. Alright, go ahead and roll me a perception.
That's a math. 15.
15. Okay. So, you're able to make out bits and pieces of the conversation. The bits and pieces that you are able to make out is a gruff voice barking orders. You hear the word intruders. You hear the word find them. You hear the word secure the boss. Before you hear more and more footsteps start scattering.
Across the telepathic bond, feverishly. Yeah, we definitely been made. Sounds like they're starting to lock this place down.
Well, then we better hurry and find the blasting powder then.
Where was the blasting powder again?
The dude's office.
Which is on the lower floor.
Okay, so we have to get down.
Mm-hmm. Now, are you guys going to try and open up the next door?
That will be on Torin or Rosette.
Go ahead, Torin, because I think Rosette was hanging towards the back to help cover us.
Torin looks at the wee man and puts a finger to his mouth and then like gestures to the door.
He looks at you and he crosses both of his arms in like an X pattern and shakes his head. Then he covers his nose and shakes his head again.
Thorin just goes to the door and covers his nose and tries to see if it's locked.
It is not locked. You are free to open it if you'd like.
Opens the door and
You
peeks
should be.
inside.
You should be able to open it, right?
Just click on it.
Aha.
Ew.
Yeah, as you open this door here, you're greeted by a sight you do not like. You see this entire room is just covered in fungi and mold, and there are different spores in the air. You see one creature in the center with a single eye turn slowly towards you, its eye completely opaque.
Closes the door.
You close the door.
Says to the telepathic bond. There are lots of eyes and nastiness in there, so I don't know which way is the best way. It's a pick your poison kind of deal.
Well, wonder.
We can't really stay here, but if we go back the other way, we're gonna be picking a fight with the entire, whatever the fuck this is.
We could technically wait for the pass.
Yeah, could, but I still think that we might be having an issue with that. Not to mention, if you take a look at that little map, because I imagine either Rosette or Whist would have been entrusted with the map rather than Torin and Vera.
One of the responsible ones?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think we have to go through that way to get to more of the places that we're gonna have to blow up anyway.
Alphabet monster trucks.
Say that, you see Davil just peeks over at the map, looks at it, runs a hand through his hair. You can hear him mutter something under his breath. It sounds a lot like, I really wish I had a drink right now. Okay, so we either fight whoever's looking for us, or we fight whatever those are.
The moment he says, "I wish I had a drink," Feyre just kind of like smirks and looks at him. What, you getting soft in your retirement there?
He just shrugs. Whiskey helps me think.
Or to not think and just pick. So
a gesture of like, be my guest.
no, does anyone have anything that is for fungi? And I'm not meaning that it's going to be a good time with these fellas. It's like fungi, like mushrooms.
Yagra holds up a hand. Gestures towards axe.
We have some sort of fire, maybe?
Hold on, let me look at something. What does this do? I do have fire damage, okay. Feyre just kind of like holds the hand up and like kind of like flat side to side, like kind of gesture. I mean, I'm much better suited to be dishing out some ice damage, but I have something that theoretically should do a little bit of fire, but it's still gonna be essentially me getting up close and personal trying to cut things down.
I could try and cut things from range. Help it.
I mean, if you want to shoot around the door, they're obviously not coming for me after I've shut the door, so I don't know if they necessarily leave where they're at. So ranged would be good to see. I don't have any of that except for some rocks. What thing?
Pharaoh will squeeze her way forward and kind of push her way closer to the door. And she's gonna crack the door and look through.
All right. Crack the door, you look through. You see the same sight before. Getting a better look now. You see the center one is the most mature one. And the others in the corner, for a second, you swear that they look like immature beholders. But the first one still turns to look towards the door, its clouded eye landing on you. And it starts to inch its way towards you. Would you like to do any? You close the door? Okay. You close the door. Okay. Val. Okay. Valid. I closed the door too.
So you see why I'm kind of. This looks a bit.
Well, it moves, so there's an update to the information.
It moves.
Yeah.
Sorry, Z. That's. I'm not trying to be sarcastic. I just think that's funny.
It is new information.
That's technically true.
Whether we like it or not, we're gonna have to be clearing them out. So we'll have to deal with them. Probably better now than later.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're gonna try and take some pot shots through the door at them, most of us have range of some sort or can be given range. Holds up a finger before Torin can be like, all I have is rock. But, well, that's a lot of shooters through a very small area. She kind of like gestures towards the door. And I'm pretty sure I heard some around the corner, so we still gonna have to go inside.
Who wants to spearhead?
How fast can you all run?
We are not running away from them. We gotta deal with them at one point or another, better now than later.
No, I mean like run through them, like just zoom past.
Fair just kind of like gives a little shrug. I think most all of us here are relatively quick on their feet. Looks over towards Yagra and like guard, except for maybe those two.
And you may want to grab the lass that keeps tripping over her shoelaces and like throw her over somebody's shoulder.
No, she's gonna stay here until we deal with some things. Looks very hard at
Oh, wow.
Wist.
I imagine that Whist just droops, melts a little bit as she does.
That's the reason she has a bow.
And see, Erin looks up and she just shrugs. He has a halberd, gestures towards it. It's like, I have some range. I could try and literally spearhead.
I should be able to take out a few things without any luck if they are indeed something that doesn't like fire too much. Let me also remember what the fuck Daffel has.
Control and utility.
We can open the door, you shoot fire real quick, and then close the door. And the next person, get ready, and I'll open the door. And they do whatever, and I close the door. And we just proceed in like fashion.
I have a question for you guys. Are you guys trying to have this discussion quietly?
Yes.
We're doing it through the thing.
Mental
Most,
discord.
yeah.
Mental discord. Okay. Just want to clarify.
Feyre just like looks at Torin, and like you see a brow go up, and she just like holds up her rapier in one hand, and in the other hand, she'll cast her green flame blade. Not really firing much. As it just a flickering, dark forest green blade appears.
I heard none of that. My internet must be messing up.
You're near. Feyre's
I heard looks at Torin and then beep,
Feyre just like looks at him and is like, I'm not really casting or throwing much of anything, and she casts green flame blade in her offhand. That's the only fire that she has. Well, I lie. She has Hellish Rebuke as a tiefling,
Reaction.
but I have never used that, and I don't know that I ever will.
Torin looks at Rosette. Have you added the cartwheel to the group chat? If not, you may want to ask him what he knows about all this in here separately.
Rosette, you could ask him yourself.
I thought we were trying to be quiet. I'm not that stupid.
She'll pull out a pad. Start writing.
I can't spell, so and barely can read.
It's not for you. Calmly, patiently. It's for him. And she'll start writing to the jester. What's in there? Or what do you know about what's in there?
Torin will grab the notepad and hand it to the wee man and point to his lips and then puts the pencil up to his lips. Right. He just shakes it in his face until he grabs the pencil.
He takes the pencil. He seems intrigued. He likes this game. It's like a puzzle.
Whatever he wants to believe.
He flips over to the next page. He scribbles something down. He turns it around to you. And he says, you have to answer a riddle first.
Feyre just rolls her eyes, gestures
Rosette
for him to keep going.
bombs.
He flips the next page, writes down the riddle. And it is very simply, I act like a cat. I look like a cat. Yet I am not a cat. What am I?
Why did my brain immediately go to stuffed animal? Oh, I know that's not right.
Looks at Whist.
Whist can't help you in this moment. She's too busy wilting.
I have an idea, but I have a feeling it's the wrong answer.
What is your idea?
I'm not throwing this out as something Rosette would say,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm not a cat, or I act like a cat. I look like a cat, but I'm not a cat, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
A picture of a cat.
Oh, that doesn't act though. Torn is too stupid.
I want you guys to know this is much simpler than you think.
Oh no, it's gonna be the stupid answer, isn't it? Oh.
Do you
It
want to
looks
know where
like
I
a
got
cat.
this riddle from?
It
It's
looks
from a
like a
joke
cat
book.
and acts like a
No,
cat.
I googled riddles for preschoolers.
I
Oh
know what
shit.
it is, but I don't like the answer.
It's
It's a kitten.
yeah,
It's still a
it's this.
fucking cat.
It's the stupid answer.
It's the stupid answer.
It's the stupid
Still a
answer.
cat.
Right? That's
Uh,
why I don't like it.
The stupid
One
answer
of
is
them
what I'm looking
there
for.
wild cats that look like a cat that tricks everyone into thinking it's a cat when they find it, and it's like, no, it's just it looks like a bobcat, but it's like a wee rabid animal that will tear your face off.
Feyre just like stares for a long second and then frowns and then shakes her head. He's a kitten.
Big smile. Nod, nod, nod. Jingling of his hat.
Oh,
Facepalm. I hate that riddle so much, man.
Yeah, it's really shitty.
It brings me so much anger.
Torn
it's
flips the page for the man. Proceed. Like makes like the okay.
He gets to scribbling. He turns it around. It says, zombies guarding.
Zombies guarding?
Yes. As in, these are zombies guarding the entrance.
Okay.
Would you like to ask him something else? You won't need to answer more riddles.
No, that explains a lot. That also means that we have to do, if they're running by zombie rules, fire or radiant. Do I have anything here?
What if you roll me a d20?
Somebody else, because I am looking through my inventory.
Would you like to, Mandy?
Okay. Let's see.
I have a tinderbox and a torch
Lucky
and
number 30.
acid. I have no oil.
You see the jester scribbles down the notepad again. He presents it to Torin. It says, "Do you want to get past?" ?
Scribbles very shakily. Yes. But it's like, why you ask?
Yes.
Yes.
He looks at it, tilts at it, turns the next page, scribbles, turns it to Torin. Okay. But it is stinky.
Torn just nods. And then holds his nose in front of everybody and then points to the door.
This is the quiet game. He looks at all of you. He waves his hands up to get attention.
We're looking at you, wee man.
He starts miming. Makes a symbol of a circle. And then he starts flailing his arms out around the circle. And he nods. He taps his chest, and he points to the door. He rips off a piece of paper. And he presses it against Torin's... Torin's tall as fuck, right?
Yeah.
I feel like he tries to reach his chest, but he can't, so onto the belly.
Button.
Yeah. Just piece of paper. Slap. There you go. And on the piece of paper, Torin, is a giant circle with 10 little lines sticking out from it. And the gesture gives a bow.
Holds the paper up to Feyre and points at it and kind of shrugs. What? A circle with thin lines. I mean, is it time to eat? What are we doing? Is it o'clock?
Are we supposed to cartwheel?
Or are we supposed to all join hands in a circle?
Pretty sure that's supposed to be a beholder. But beyond that, I don't know. I'm bad at charades in real life. Charades over voice chat.
Any of you can roll me intelligence or history.
I suck at both.
It's okay, Torin.
It's the fucking same thing.
Yeah.
I have some intelligence.
I'd hope so.
14.
Just for shits and giggles, let's say. Yeah,
Torin. The fuck is this? Is this a spider?
It looks like a clock to me. Are we supposed to wait for a certain time before we go through the door?
So we got a 19 and a 14, right? Okay, so both... This just makes sense. It takes you a second. Because it's a little shoddy. This guy is not an artist. But you both realize and recognize it as, oh, wait, you've seen that other places. It's a symbol in the sewer showing it to the hideout. It's also the symbol you saw in the main room engraved onto the floor. You know, it's a symbol that's associated with this gang, with Xanathar.
So he wants us to put the symbol on us?
He gestures, tapping his chest to Torin, kind of like one would wear a badge. And then he bows again. You're welcome.
Let me see.
Torin tucks the paper into around the neck of his shirt like a bib. Is that what we're doing?
Feyre just like pinching the bridge of her nose, shakes her head, takes the paper away from Torin. You don't need the paper's just gonna make it worse. Davil has a thing for this.
Oh, what's he got?
Minor illusion.
Hey!
Torin will look like he's ready to go eat some lobster. With his tape on.
Davil has minor illusion, so he can make somebody look like they have the symbol.
Yeah, he can.
Then Feyre has presto.
Mm-hmm.
I also have presto.
That means both of us can do up to 3 things at a time.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a total of 7 at the very least.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay.
That leaves 2 people. Anybody else have magic?
Let's see.
Looks at wee man. Watch.
Don't worry, I got
I'm
some.
sure Jingle Jangles has got something.
He's... Wait,
Well,
hold
we
on.
don't have to like do anything for him because he's like
No,
known here. So we just
Yeah.
have one person left. Does Wisteria have
Yeah,
Presto or
this
something?
should
Let me
have
see.
Presto, right?
What?
That
Hold
seems
on.
very
That is an
beauty
essential,
for
but we don't know if Kira has thought to get Presto for her yet or not.
Resistance, mending, sacred flame, guidance. Nope.
God damn it.
Well, one person can, once someone goes by, another person can cast it. One of us can cast it on the last person.
Yeah, just ferry people over. Makes sense. Makes sense. And okay, hold on. Does he have a stat block? Because the way it's bolded makes me think that this is a stat block. It is a stat block. Clown is a stat block. Okay.
Clowns have tricks. Let's go with illusion.
Poking fun in a way that hurts. Ah, no, it's not. Presto. It's vicious mockery.
Oh,
So
what
he
good
can't
are
help. However, you can just walk back through.
I mean, as long as like if you can we put fucking Whist in between all of us that they can't see her. So they don't if this is the middle of the group, these zombie things are not going to make us go one by one so they can see all of us.
Yeah, you can try and hide her.
They can't see her front, that's all that matters. Because that's where I imagine, do we want badges or do we want armbands?
Badges? Yeah, actually, is there a preference for this guild?
Not really. Some people, you see that the lower ranking people have essentially little badges that can just get like adhesive glued on. The higher ranking people have things that are more embroidered, showing that they're more permanent and more of a figure.
where?
Oh.
First badge that Feyre manages to make, she just like looks at one side then the other, just slaps it onto Torrent's chest.
Oh, hold on. I don't think minor illusion is a concentration.
Minor illusion cantrip. Duration 1 minute.
Yeah, doesn't say.
No, but one illusion is dismissed if you cast the spell again.
Ah, I see. All right. So, what's the game plan? Go ahead and tell me what you guys are doing.
I think we just have, a couple people go across and someone comes back.
Simple enough. Whenever you're ready, you go ahead and open the door. For the third time. Once again, you see the center one starts turning. What'd you say?
Feyre is taking herself and Torrin and the fucking drow across.
Okay. So you
on,
guys
Torrin.
can go ahead.
Come on,
and go in.
Zybuns.
Zybuns. See, the gesture also follows. Frolicking along. He does not cartwheel through here. He's actually tippy-toeing because as you enter, it is dank and musty and uncomfortable. All four creatures just kind of turn to stare at you. Hovering. Not moving to attack at all, but the center one looks you up and down. And you can't really tell where it's looking because its eye is just completely blank. But you can just feel it scanning you before it slowly hovers over and steps to the side.
Okay, she's gonna escort everybody around.
Just gonna move over here. Yep.
Who is staying behind for the first round? Does it matter?
Not really. If you guys have someone with Presto
You
run
know
back,
what's
it doesn't
another
really matter.
good way of hiding?
What?
Maybe. Rosette,
Mhm.
just give the badges to the other three, and you just
Yeah.
hold the beholder in front of you, like a fucking toy.
Like a plushie.
Yeah. They can't deny that you are friends if you have a gazer just like in your arms.
True. And if they're all surrounding Rose too, like it's a little harder to see. So yeah, let's try it. Let's try it. Fuck it.
You can try it.
Rosette will
Sorry.
turn to the
Stuff him in your shirt.
No, she's gonna hold him like someone holds a Pokemon in their arms.
Just
Like
pretend
Misty
like
holding
you have.
the egg.
Yeah, holding Togepi. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, you can try that.
Wear him like a hat.
Rosette will point her finger and do the like come here motion towards her buddy.
He'll go to you. It's kind of floating upside down a bit.
She'll put her arms out and grab him. Gently.
This is okay.
Kindly.
Right side up.
Head pats. Yeah. Head not even head pats, but like pets. Head pets before they walk in all together.
It's an eye squint of happiness. All 5 eyes. But you walk in. I assuming you cast it on these 3 in front of you. Dabble
Everyone.
can minor illusion himself.
Oh. Well, then we're good then. Yeah.
Yeah, you would be the only one that would not have one, but you have a beholder.
Yeah.
Which, as you pass by, the creature once again stalks forward to inspect everyone. Scans each and every single person as they walk. And you said you're going to try and hide and use the beholder as your pass, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And you try and hold up the beholder as your little Pokemon buddy. And as you get close, you see this creature stares at you. Stares at the beholder. And you see its maw just start opening up in a snarl.
I just want the beholder to like
You might
raspberry.
just run.
So Rosette's towards the back, right?
I would assume so. Trying to sneak by everyone, but it's a pretty narrow fit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if possible, could she cast the Presto?
You would be getting rid of the others' badges.
Only one.
Yeah, only one. So like, what's her face who's in the front and basically passed everyone already.
You can try.
Oh Lord.
Snarling. Fuck.
I will say that, to be transparent here, because you don't have a badge, this is going to start combat.
Just fucking warn Feyre. She will instantly just start throwing Eldritch Blast.
Yeah, it's like, it didn't work, guys.
Cool, Eldritch Blast.
Okay, everyone, roll me initiative. Or we can just keep. Alright. I'm not deleting the NPCs. But you guys can reroll if you want. It's like you guys are almost home free.
Yeah, that's fair.
You're just impatient as fuck.
Where is it? Where is it on the Roll20 character sheets? I know where it is on the D&D Beyond, but I can't see it on here.
Should be towards the top middle.
Ah, got it.
I have a quick question.
Oh, I didn't select my token. Didn't know you had to do it on
Backing up wouldn't
Roll20.
have helped, right? If she tried to go back out the door.
Nope.
Okay.
What would have helped?
Backing up would not have helped.
Mm.
Essentially leaving.
Yeah.
This is a guard that attacks anyone without a badge. Hey. Hey, Matt.
What's up?
You wanna... you wanna play?
What you need?
Take your pick. I got a rogue, I've got a barbarian, I've got a paladin, or you could play Whist cleric rogue.
I can do as many of those as you want me to.
Fucking do all of them if you want to.
Alright.
Here, I'll reply to it.
Gotta give him a link.
It's in the resources. I just added you. Reply to it.
Now, before I throw any dice, remember how I roll.
Yeah, that's shit. You right. Okay, I am gonna go ahead and
Hey, the
hand over.
beholders! Oh no! The beholders are not rolling that well. Oh
With
no!
Matt's luck, Matt rolls nothing but nat 20s playing enemies and TPKs.
Oh well, no.
I'll give him the friendly NPCs. I'll give you the rogue, and I'll give you Yagra.
Alright.
Best of both worlds.
Sneaky Boots and Yagra.
Sneaky Boots and Barbarian Lady.
Where am I?
Alright.
Shit, let's let the beholder eyes.
Yep. Because they were so close to bypassing it.
What the fuck are these things? Can you tell us what they are? Because I've never seen this shit.
Alright, so the center one is a Beholder Zombie.
Oh, great.
And the other 4 are gas spores. So not necessarily dangerous, but annoying as fuck. Alright. So, you guys hear the roar of combat. Oh, I forgot to fucking add these guys. Ah, shit. Hold.
Oh, it's okay. Don't add them. It's fine.
No. It's okay. They can have their fun too. It's going to be a... No! Boop! 19. And 14. Cool.
Alright, I found Yagra. Where is the other one?
He is over in...
Lair
fuck.
Captives.
Yes.
Black Network and Lair Captives.
Okay.
Thank you, Matt.
Of course. Oh shit, a drow.
Yep. It's a drow rogue. And we have a half-orc
Boots thus
barb.
far.
Yeah, Sneaky Boots is fun. Alright, Torin. You hear the sounds of your comrades getting into trouble. You hear this roar, and the smell of unpleasantness intensifies.
Somebody said question really fast.
Mm-hmm.
Who said question?
Question?
I guess not. I swear I heard somebody say question.
I don't know.
Wasn't me.
It was Mandy or Iris.
No, I was asking. I said, "Where's my mouse?" I had left it in the other room.
Okay.
What is my movement? 30. Let me see.
Did we just trigger combat we almost avoided? Yeah. Does it bring us that much closer to leveling up? Hell yeah.
That is true.
And again, just a reminder, if the middle one is a zombie, radiant and fire.
Sure.
Torin takes a deep breath since the little man said it was going to be stinky, and he holds his breath and he runs in. Let's see, where's the 60 feet? Yes, he's dashing in. Okay, I'm running to where Rosette is. It's standing in front and be like, hold up, she's with us, it's fine. And holds up his hands.
I know her, it's okay.
That's right. She left her badge in the locker today. I know it was stupid, but you know, shit happens.
Treasure. Okay, what you doing?
Does he have any bonus actions? Because he kind of.
You can bonus action dash because you're a rogue.
Yeah.
So you still have your action.
He picks up Rosette and puts her under his arm. I'll be taking this out of your way, no trouble. Oh, and Faye steps back the other way. I don't know if that's a bonus action, probably.
I think it is, yeah. Can you travel with someone as a face step?
I don't know. It does. All it says as a bonus action, you can magically teleport up to 30 feet to an unoccupied space.
I think it's only you.
It's funny because I have something similar.
Fucking
Okay.
elf adjacent Faye.
Torin looks at her, or maybe he doesn't pick her up then and be like, can you really move fast? over the Discord.
I can move plenty fast.
Alright, I'll distract him. You run through.
Understood.
And he still just holds his hand up in front of the big guy.
Okay. So you're gonna try and, I guess, distract?
Yeah, but like, no,
Okay.
there's no one here. There's nothing here behind me. I'm really big. You can't see her blocking as much as you can.
Okay.
I'm now realizing I could have just teleported past.
Yeah.
Well, you know, here
I'm
we are.
surprised we're having this combat. Okay. Is there a rule for, like, harrying an enemy?
That is up to you, largely.
Okay. If you wanted to get your action to it, what would you say?
Usually, what I have seen people do is if you are, like, distracting them, essentially, it gives advantage to the action that you're distracting from. So, like, if somebody's trying to sneak and you're being distracted, or you're distracting somebody, you give up your action to allow them to have bonus on stealth, or an advantage on stealth.
Okay, well, since she's not really going to be doing something for that, I don't want to waste your action. So how does just giving him disadvantage sound? Because if you're body blocking, because he's going to try, it's his turn next. He's going to try and attack Rosette. So if you're trying to block her, how does disadvantage for him sound? Mandy?
Sorry, I was helping Small Pants. You're the DM.
Okay.
You tell me what you're doing. I'll react accordingly.
Okie doke. So this thing is going to try and move closer, squishing into this guy a little bit. And he's going to try and attack Rosette because you're trying to block. Well, it's a good thing you gave him disadvantage.
It was a 20.
Good job.
Yay, Torin.
So, it is going to go ahead and Rosette does a 19 hit.
Oof.
It does.
Okay, well, it could have been a crit.
Mm.
It could have been a crit.
Yeah, my AC's 18.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize you were so tanky. Damn.
Yep.
Okay, so you are going to take 15 piercing as this thing completely sideswipes Torin, squeezing past. Its body more gelatinous than you thought it would be. As it gets in between his arms with its jaw and just clamps down on your arm before letting go, letting out another roar. It's going to be its turn. And all of you see all of the eyes turn to look at everyone. And they just stare. This one actually moves inches slowly towards you. It doesn't touch you yet. Looks like it's going to, and it doesn't look like that's going to be fun. This one also moves a little closer. Boop, boop. This one is a little squished in here. Feyre, it's your turn. Yeah, we'll say that you guys see the gas spores in the corner start emitting this mist around them.
Feyre just kind of shakes her head a little bit, and we'll step a little bit closer in. Something like that. The fact that they're emitting spores does not give me high hope. That's usually a bad sign. Especially with our healer not here.
Hello.
Hey, there's the healer.
Hello.
Oh, are my services needed?
Combat just started.
In the near future. Yeah, Feyre, seeing the spores and stuff starting to come out of these, just kind of shakes her head a little bit. And
here, I'll put auras on them.
I think all you guys need to be getting up behind me. I have something that's going to help with this, because above table, her shield of force can prevent anything from passing through it. It's just that it essentially makes a wall. But potentially useful to keep breathable air, because I imagine spores equals poison of some sort. But she will shoot a Eldritch Blast at the big guy. Try to hustle everybody back behind her if they will listen. Why am I opening Dabble's sheet? I need to figure it out. Back at. I should have rolled physical.
No.
Rip.
I didn't want to do math. This is why I can't have nice things. Do I roll it for each one?
Yes. Those are separate attack rolls.
3 beams. 2 beams at fifth. Okay. I can get the physical dice again. That is better. That's a 15 to hit.
Just meets it. You said the big guy, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Where's my D10? Not my D10. For 7 force damage.
7 force. Okie doke.
She will start letting her shield ice over. She is not using the force field as of yet, but it's a very clear signal of like, okay, I'm about to throw something up.
Mm-hmm. Cool. And your turn?
Yes.
Whist. Welcome back to the land of the conscious. Situation is, getting past here, you need a symbol of Xanathar, which they mostly had with magic and stuff. However, they decided to try their luck on not having one person have a badge, and it did not turn out well.
Is that why all of these things look high as fuck?
Yeah. These things are all shroomed up and emitting spores.
And for further elaboration, big guy is a zombie beholder.
Yep.
Oh, that's
all of
not
these
great.
guys are emitting spores that
Yep.
look kind of poisonous and look like they're going to touch people, which is also probably not a good idea.
Yeah, it's not.
And Rosette doesn't have a badge, and the plan is to make like a bunch of white coats and skedaddle.
So I think everybody is trying to, or like everybody else, they're not reacting to. They're only reacting to Rosette.
Mm-hmm.
I think.
Yep. So far, well, now that Feyre attacked, they're also gonna aggro on Feyre, but so far they're only aggroed on Rosette and Feyre.
Let me see. And so Whist has some sort of symbol then.
Yeah. Little magic presto symbol.
Can she yeet that toward Rosette? Would that offer her some safety as we fucking book it? Okay, it would not.
I will say it is too late. She has already aggroed.
Yeah, I'm just gonna teleport out. So.
Okay. Well, having teleport is helpful. Let me take a look at the movement here. All right. That's like just barely enough. Love that for us. Let me see. I feel like this is probably spiritual weapon worthy. Yeah, because I can spiritual weapon, and then I can use that while I'm fighting from a distance. So I think that's what I'll do.
Another important thing that I think should be mentioned, everyone, or not everyone, but at least part of the facility is on alert.
Yeah.
That's why we went into this room. So, just to clarify.
Getting spotted at the end of last session set everybody else on alert.
Oops. She's not used to being noticed.
She can't keep using that excuse, damn it.
Alright. I will cast Spiritual Weapon.
Okey-doke.
And
I will say that if you do attack, it will also aggro on you as long as you are aware of that.
Get out first, then cast.
I will get out first.
Okay. Yes. Good play.
And then I will cast Spiritual Weapon. And have it over there, I guess.
Cool. Go ahead and roll your attack.
Alright, let's see. I'm gonna make a melee spell attack.
Yep. Spell attack should be your spell page at the very top.
Spell page at the very top. Spell attack bonus is 7. Alright. Where the hell are my dice? Over there. Sorry. Give me just a second.
Skedaddle. I love Torin trying to say, like, she left her pass in the locker room.
Alright, dice get. Here are my whist dice. Alright, d20 plus 7. That's 9 plus 7 would be 16.
That hits.
All right, and that does spiritual weapon, D8 plus spellcasting ability modifier. So you an 8. I think you are. I rolled a 1. So that's based off her wisdom, which is a 4. So that's 5 force damage.
Is damage.
Mm-hmm.
Is that without y'all?
Yes, I believe so.
Okie doke. Devil.
Oh, fuck.
The devil.
Yeah, he only has 30 feet of movement. He is also getting the fuck out. So he should end up right about here.
Thank you guys for running the NPCs. I big appreciate.
Oh, that
Is
would
the
be
music
some of his
stopped?
high level spells.
Oh no, it's not. Okay. There's other music.
What?
You know what? Simply because it amuses me greatly.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to do this. And it probably won't work in his favor.
Okay.
What's the save on this? Because I imagine Davil is of the mindset of like, oh fuck, I don't want to deal this. Give me a wisdom save from big guy.
What are you trying to do?
Polymorph.
Oh my god, okay. That's going to be an 11.
Hey! He is now a mouse.
Huh. I see. Understood.
I'll let them take the level 12 bard, I said. It'll be fun, I said.
Is now a mouse.
I solved this combat.
How long does polymorph last?
An hour. As long as he continues concentrating.
Yep.
Do we want to take it with us?
Well, we have these other things to deal with first. But
yeah.
It's now just a very pissed off mouse.
Yeah, it is a pissed off mouse now. Alright, I can close out that stat block. Alright.
We have something that does a shit ton of damage in one go. That's how we handle this.
Valid. Alright, Yagra.
Speaking of a lot of damage in one go, a barbarian.
A barbarian.
I mean, did she just go smash the mouse?
Ideally, no. Not yet.
I think she would. No, wait, no. She's worked with Dabble for a while.
Mm-hmm.
He would have taught her better. The urge is there, though.
Just funny.
Honestly, that is fairly in character.
She'll get her chance because the best way to deal with polymorphed character, in my experience, has been, okay, deal with everything else, and then everybody surround and attack at the same time.
Surround and curb stomp.
That was a really good call, though, Z.
Mm-hmm.
It is one of his very few high-level spells, but it felt like a good way to save some resources in the long run.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess she'll just hit the big old eyeball nearest to her.
Okie doke, roll to hit.
First one is a 27.
Stop you right there. What's the damage?
I figure just roll both of them. Oh, that's a 20.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, 27 and a 28. Let us see.
I'm telling you right now, Matt.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure she's gonna kill it in one hit.
I mean, probably, yeah. That's 17 and 16 before the crit's taken into account.
Yep. So,
Hey.
it is dead.
It's going to eject spores, isn't it?
So,
Yep.
Thorn is still holding its breath.
everyone within 20 feet of this one, in this aura here, roll me a con save.
We
DC
cannot
15.
see any auras if you put auras on.
Yeah, we can't see auras.
Well, that's bullshit.
But Wisp does appear to just barely be within it.
Yeah, I will say, honestly, let me zoom in a bit.
Everybody except for Steve
Except Rosette.
Gesture.
Yeah, everyone except for Rosette's on the very edge of it. I'll be nice. Everyone except Rosette and Sneaky Boots.
What's
They need a
Fort
con save.
Oh, con save, right. They don't
Mhm.
call them fort saves.
That's a 25 for Yagra.
Plus
Oh.
what?
Well, I rolled an 8, but that's before I apply my modifier
Mm-hmm.
of -1.
I forgot you dumped con.
Oh no.
Damn it, Miss.
All
No,
right.
you're not supposed to breathe in.
So that is for Feyre 17.
Okay.
21 for Torin.
Goddamn.
Big
Uh,
boy.
15 for Dav.
All right. So everyone who rolled below a 15 is going to take 10 poison damage and become poisoned. And everyone who did fail and got below a 15, roll me a d12.
Alright, there's my
There's a second
d12.
step to this. This is not good.
I don't like this. I
Second
came
step's bad.
back to immediately get poisoned. I rolled an 8.
All right. So that is how long you are poisoned
Minutes?
until it is removed. Hours.
Around. Hours.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And this one is gone. I can just delete it. Oh.
Poisoned in 5e, Kira
Mm-hmm.
is disadvantage on attack and ability checks.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
I don't know if you knew that one or not.
I did not, so that is helpful.
Ah, yes. My bad.
I imagine Wisp just starts coughing and sputtering.
Did Yagra kill one in one hit?
Yes.
Can Matt hit another one if Matt chooses to?
Yes, however, it will release the spores again.
Yeah, just so that if Matt wants to use a full turn.
Everyone in range will be making another save.
This one doesn't threaten any people. It'll just be the two here.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, might as well take her this bomb defusal.
All right, you can go ahead. Your second attack did hit. We'll go with that one. And it's going to
Okay.
also kill it. I'm going to need another con save for Yagra and another one for Aaron.
It's a 24.
24. 24.
Yeah,
Wait a
just rolling
second.
hot.
Nope, too far.
Does Wisteria have restoration? Because I think that's what we're looking for.
Let me see.
All
I
right.
have lesser restoration.
Okie doke. Paladin. +2. Alright. By the skin of her fucking teeth, Erin makes it. This one is also dead.
Yeah, lesser restoration should get rid of poison.
It should, I believe. Let me double
It says
check.
it heals poisoned, so.
Yeah. I should be able to get rid of it. Alright. Would that be all for Yagra? The cloud of spores just gets thicker. Kind of coating everyone that got caught in it in a light layer.
Imagine she's just covered in it at this point.
A light misting. It's like someone just like took their hands full of flour and just clapped it.
Accomplishing good things, but kind of regretting having done this.
She's coughing. It's just like, I shouldn't have done that.
Sneaky Boots throw a dagger.
I got a hand crossbow.
Hey.
I don't like that. I just. Oh wait, is that Sneaky Boots over there on the other side?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
It's Sneaky Boots.
Jesus, what a fucking jump scare.
You saw the arrows, you're like, oh god.
Sneaky Boots will say is a little like more aware than Yagra and is going to ready in action to shoot this one once these two get out of there.
Valid. Makes sense. He does think more than Yagra does. Can confirm. Alright, so he's gonna ready that action. Rosette!
Pick up the mouse. Pick up the mouse.
Eat the mouse.
Iris?
Oh, I was muted. Yeah, that's the plan. Yoink.
You pick up the mouse.
Teleport. Or Misty
Alright,
Step. Starlight Step or whatever.
Misty Step, alright. Where are you going?
Out the door.
Is it a place you can see or just any direction?
Let me see. It's what I can see.
Well, you should still be able to teleport right in front of Feyre and continue moving.
Yeah.
Teleport up to 30 feet in an unoccupied space you can see. And I can see Whist.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna teleport like next to Whist here.
Okie doke.
Yeah, it would be here. That,
Yeah. I'll bring the mouse with you. I'm just gonna give you control of that. Alright. Will that be all?
I mean, did picking up the mouse count as an action?
Yeah, I'll say yeah.
Okay, then that's all I can do.
Okie doke. Erin's turn, and goddamn, this shit sucks. She has this common sense to back the fuck up and get away from those things. And I mean, she can see Zybon readying his crossbow. She's not a ranged fighter. She's just going to back up as much as she can without getting into anyone's way. And she's going to ready her action on, if any of them charge, she will attack. Torin, my boy!
Seeing as everyone has skedaddled, he looks over at the eyeball pup. He's going to call, I guess, Pinky, and be like, you know, you're not supposed to be in here either. I'm going to pick you up, and we're going to skedaddle too. And he just grabs Pinky and just runs back.
Yeah, you grab and you run. The little guy's coughing up a little bit. It also doesn't like this. You should be able to move him, right?
Yeah, I got him.
Yeah. So you go and you run. And Torn didn't attack, so he doesn't proc an opportunity attack. Will that be all?
Yep, we're just going to skedaddle on out for Zybuns to start shooting.
All right. Matt, they're out of the way. Would you like to roll?
Sneaky boots shoot. Sneaky shoots.
Sneaky shoots.
That's a 20.
Shoots.
That's a 23.
That'll definitely fucking hit. Their AC is 5. Their health is 1.
Oh.
You go ahead, you hit it, and it just explodes in another cloud of spores. But luckily, no one's in range.
You swapped to the oof.
I did swap to the oofus.
Rosette, are you just holding this mouse in your hand?
Do I have like a
I don't know. Well, either way, this thing's gonna try and bite you.
Why are we even taking the mouse with us?
So Rosette, the mouse crit.
Oh my god.
However, it does
Like 2 damage.
2 damage total with the crit.
It's a zombie
does-
mouse, though. You might get zombie fever.
Oh no.
It bites really hard.
Yeah, this thing. Fucking Rosette. This thing just fucked up your manicure.
What the fuck?
It went right for the accent nail, too, as if it knew.
As if it knew.
Wow.
That's its turn.
Okay.
That's fucked up.
Because it's a fucking mouse
That's-
now.
Bullshit.
Alright, Farah.
I think Yagra's too close.
Just barely, yep.
Look, she's been through worse.
She has been through worse.
She's already covered. What's one more gonna do?
See, I love that confidence in how you've been rolling for Yagra. I would say yes, but then I also know your history of rolls, Matt.
Apparently, Yagra is just a god.
I feel like-
apparently you need to be playing a barbarian, I think is what your dice are telling you.
Do we just import Yagra into runes and like as a secondary character from that? Like,
It's Jenny's cousin.
Yeah, Yagra's just a body double for Zabil.
she does all the action scenes.
Farah will just throw a dagger at it.
Alright.
Oh.
You'll only miss if you get a nat 1.
I was about to say, I don't think it's possible for me to miss because I have a +6.
Yep.
I did not roll a 1.
Alright, you hit it. It is gone. It explodes. Matt, may I have another con save for Yagra?
17. She just barely makes it.
Alright. She's a fucking god.
That +8 con mod coming in clutch.
Mm-hmm.
Farah, as she throws the dagger, just shakes her head, turns, spots Rosette strangling a mouse.
Stuffing it in a bag.
We probably don't need to go ahead and take care of that. Just say that. I imagine that's the point where Dabble will say, yeah, it takes an hour. We only have an hour with it.
It's yeah, we have a little bit of time, but not long. So sooner rather than later.
So, how does polymorph work exactly? Because isn't it when they hit 0 HP, they just go back to their normal form.
Yeah, so that's why when you're trying to like kill something that you have polymorphed, either you get it as far away as possible, which we don't have
Yeet
the
it.
option, or you put it in the middle and everybody curb stomps, because that means there's an entire round where everybody gets a free action on it.
Got it.
So everybody just readies up their like hardest hit that they can do with the resources that they want to give.
Mm-hmm. We can say that we're kind of out of turn order for the moment until you guys release it.
Because it's when you have the readied action, it can't respond until everybody's done. So.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Still, stuff it in a bag.
More humane that way. All right.
Put it
Where do
in
you guys
the
want to be
middle of the
having this fight? Did you want to put it back in the middle?
Yeah, so everybody can be there to hit.
All right. Everyone, gather around.
Dragged
Sneaky Boots is going to hang out on a mushroom.
Wist is back here just hacking up a lung.
There's Pats from the little gazer friend.
Now you're going to cough up your nuggies.
She should still have sacred weapon to use.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
A little beholder pal. You get me.
Rosette
All right.
will hand Wisp a hanky.
You know, with that feeling when you're like super like sick with a cold, and you're coughing up a bunch, and it feels awful. That's what it feels like, Wist.
Yeah, she's hacking it up, and she's like, "Take it."
Yeah, Rosette, you're not gonna want that hanky back.
Damn
But you know what?
It's a nice hanky.
Mm-hmm.
It has
Embroidered
her-
too.
Yeah, it's embroidered. That's what I was looking for.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure Wisp will wash it.
Yeah, she can clean it.
Wait, isn't that what
Alright.
Presto's for?
Yeah.
Yep.
She doesn't have Presto.
I'm a divine caster. I have mending.
Rosette has it.
Alright, so let's get the curb stomping underway. We'll just use turn order to organize this. Alright, Torin, would you like to do the honors? AC is
Okay.
10. HP is 1.
All right, please and thank you.
Give the mouse the old 1, 2.
13 plus 7, so we got a 20 on
Hell
the
yeah.
first one.
Yep. Alright. And I'm assuming whatever damage it takes carries over, right?
Yes. So
Okay,
it'd
cool.
be like if he did 10 damage, then
Mhm.
9 would carry over to the beholder.
Cool. Alright. Go ahead and do your second attack if you'd like. AC is now 15.
10 plus 7.
Cool. Go ahead and roll your damage.
For both.
Mm-hmm. Both of them? And your sneak attack.
Oh, where's that?
Goddamn.
Good job.
Alright, up next. It's his turn.
Good job.
Oh, no, it's not.
Well,
It's Wist. He is biggened again.
Wist hacking up a storm is still going to attempt to attack it with the spiritual weapon, which she rolls at a disadvantage now, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Alrighty.
Would
I've
it
got
be a
an
flat
11 and a what?
I'm asking if it would be a flat roll, though, since the thing is surrounded.
I'll say yeah. Advantage and disadvantage will cancel out.
I rolled 2 dice. Would you like me to just roll 1?
Sure.
Okay.
Or
I
if you remember which was the first one, doesn't matter. You can just reroll it.
rolled them at the same time.
Understood. Reroll.
That's a worse roll than either of them. It's a 5. So 5 plus 7 is 13, so that's a miss.
Okie doke. You want to use your action?
Does anybody have any ideas?
You can use a bow, or you can cast Restoration on yourself to go ahead and get rid of that issue for the rest of the fight.
I'm just worried if somebody else will need it.
This is just zombies, so I don't think we're gonna deal with poison at the very least.
Alright.
And it's better to have a healer that is not going to be rolling medicine checks at disadvantage.
That's fair. I will
We want to
cast
keep her alive.
Lesser Resto on myself then for my action.
Cool. You feel much better.
The coughing is going away.
Mm-hmm. All right, Feyre.
Okay. What's my heaviest hit here? I don't want to use a thing. Just rereading this text really fast. Give me a moment.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so she will put a green flame blade on her rapier, so that's a little extra. And she will stab it with Riptide. Let me see, where are you? There you are. This is 15?
Yep.
15 hit? Hey! Okay. Just barely hits. For 1d8 plus 3 piercing. So that is 5 piercing plus an additional 5 fire plus 8 total sneak attack.
Okie doke. I'm assuming dagger.
Yes, dagger. Okay, it's rolling with +5. So that is a 16.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I should have rolled. We are all getting advantage on this because we're surrounding them.
Yeah.
Okay, so let that second roll stand for Feyre's second. Crit hunt here. Oh, that's a 15 for him for his advantage. Not a lot. 3 damage.
Damage is damage. All right.
Yagra kill.
Yagra kill.
Matt.
Uh-oh. All right. They probably stepped away, so I shall go over and
Oh,
heal
my
and kill.
bad. I was muted. Would you believe she got a 20 on both?
What? Like a nat 20?
Yes!
Yeah.
Okay, you desperately need a barbarian, Matt. You need a barbarian somewhere.
Go ahead and roll your damage. Okay, so just roll your damage normally, and then we'll just add 12 for each one.
Yeah, she's also got brutal critical.
She... Roll 2 additional weapon dice when determining. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. She does have brutal critical. I should know. I made her.
Yes, Yagra. Yes.
This D12 has gotten a lot of work in. Alright, so that's grand total of 33 plus 14 for the combined modifiers. It's a 47.
So I will
How
give you
does
the
it?
honor. How would you like to describe how Yagra just tears into this thing?
Yeah, kind of.
She kills it.
Yeah, just when the thing gets larger again, she just kind of sighs and runs her hand across her face to get the spores out of the way. And while everyone's just hitting on it, she hefts. She's got an axe, right?
Yep.
Yeah, just raises it high above her head and splits this thing like a log.
Perfect form. Just crumbles to the ground, joining its spore brethren in the Uki, like, ow. Joining the other creatures that were with it in the dark liquid that pooled beneath everyone's feet. Congratulations.
Damn, Matt, I thought you were cursed. I think your universe is just telling you you're playing the wrong shit.
Mm.
Clearly, I'm making the wrong decisions.
All right.
Mm-mm.
Now, would everyone like to roll me perception?
No, but I'm going to.
Let's see.
That's a 23.
I rolled a 6. My passive wisdom is my passive perception is 17, but that's
Yeah, we can use that if you'd like.
yeah.
And my passion is 14. But I don't
Also
want to fail.
15.
Sneaky Boots isn't paying attention. He rolled a 3.
He's just staring at the body like, what the fuck?
Just sitting on his mushroom, just leaning against the wall, like
Edgy
Yeah.
rogue
Useless.
lifestyle.
trying to look cool, and nobody's looking.
All right, well,
My God.
everyone. I believe everyone rolled high enough, if I remember correctly. Hear more sounds of footsteps coming from over in this direction, the direction that you came from. Looks like the sound of the fight alerted them, and you hear footsteps approaching.
God damn it. Everybody go. Go, go, go. Start shoving.
Get that little 2.0.
If the beholder does not move as Fibra is going by, she immediately snatches it out of the air, starts taking it with her.
Yoink.
Yep. Grab Pinky.
All right.
He is not causing issues about being manhandled. He will continue to be manhandled.
You enter the hallway and you see the jester is just sitting on the ground, cross-legged, scribbling in his little book. He looks up, surprised, but also happy to see you guys again.
So, if I'm looking at this map correctly, we have to get downstairs to get the explosives.
Yes.
So the fastest way to get to a staircase is to go through the door on the left. Here.
Looks at Jester. What's in the door over here? Like the one that's closed over there.
You're talking about this one here, right?
Yes.
Okay. He looks, and are you guys speaking to him, or does he need a notepad?
I think it's okay to speak now. I don't know though.
Yeah, as long as it's not like shouting.
Yeah. He looks at that
Whispered.
door. Whispered. Okay, I can do whispers. He's gonna very loudly whisper. It is a hallway that leads to another hallway that is larger.
And anything like what we just went through, stinky spores or
There may
any.
be some dust, which can make you sneeze if you are not careful.
Feyre opens the door.
Oh,
Yep. Hallway. You see a couple steps. These steps kind of dip upwards a little bit before plateauing out, and as you see, it goes downwards again. As if this hallway here is going above something.
Feyre will have Eldritch Blast at the ready for if she spots something she needs to shoot.
Okay. So far, the hallway is pretty empty. It's boring, if anything. There is some little dust patches, though. It looks like people don't take care of this hallway all that much. It's a little neglected. This guy is gonna hop with you. And as you guys are walking here, what's all your passive perceptions again?
17.
17, 16, 14. Alright,
Yakra's got a fat 10.
15. Hell yeah. Say, Whist, as you're walking over here, right where you are right now, you swear that you hear muffled voices beneath you. You can't make out what they're saying, but you know the presence of someone is below you or out this other wall. You're not sure.
West will stop everybody and try to signal. Does anybody else hear that? Wee voices? Having a bit of patter? Perhaps below, or...
Once it's pointed out to you, you guys all stay silent. The jingling of the gesture makes it a little hard until he stops fully, but you're able to make out the slight murmur of conversation.
And what do we hear, boss?
Oh, fuck. Let me see. A couple of voices. As you guys strain yourselves to hear, you all hear the sound of laughter for a second. It's pretty deep in the chest and sounds a little joyous. And you can't quite make out words per se because the stone is just too thick for you to make them out. However, Feyre, that laughter is familiar to you. You've heard it before, not for a long time though.
Okay. Don't know what that means.
If you'd like to roll, I'll take either a history or a perception to see if you can try and make it out who it is. You are free to do so.
Sure, we'll roll perception because my history is shit. That's a dirty 20.
A dirty 20. Farah, it takes you a second. Because last time you heard this voice, was a while back. Probably before you got into Waterdeep. And last time you heard it, you were in another tavern somewhere. That is the laughter of Gottbert. Why the fuck is he here? You don't know. But that is unmistakably him.
Don't like that. Just see if Feyre gets really confused for a moment. And then shakes her head. Not her problem in the moment. And just starts motioning for everybody to keep going.
All right. You all continue your way, moving down the hallway. You just find another door at the end, presumably leading to the larger hallway. At the Jester, he has a name. I keep forgetting his name. It's something stupid. Flutterfoot, that's his name.
Jester.
Yeah, Jester. That he talked about.
Listen up, Dork.
You don't hear anything.
Do my magic eyes see anything?
Not at the moment.
Feyre will wait for everybody to get grouped up. Before just slowly cracking the door.
All right. Crack open the door to find that same hallway you went through before. No one in sight this time. But you do spot, as you peek your head through, the top door over here is open. That double door.
Sounds about right. Feyre will just make the motion for everybody to be quiet. And will start sneaking her way this way. Unless somebody stops her, because if I'm remembering this correctly, through here is another stairway.
Mm-hmm.
Where we came from.
Yep. And as you start making your way down south, you hear noises coming from the giant room you guys were in previously. A very loud, booming voice at Feyre, that's the voice you heard last time. Talking to something that is wet. I'm going to need...
That's a pissed off Xanathar.
If you want to try and listen in to what he's talking about, you can.
I think Feyre is more interested in getting downstairs before they get caught.
Okie
Somebody
doke.
else wants to stop and listen in, they can.
No.
That'll be a Snoop.
Alright.
I mean, she's taking up the back anyway.
Yeah. So everyone starts making their way down, sneaking around. There is enough dexterous, like, rogue people in this party. I'm not gonna bother having you guys roll at the moment for stealth. So you guys get off this time. Rosette, as you go to listen in, I guess, of what's going on, you hear that loud, boisterous voice that kind of reverberates in your chest a little bit, but is also a little grating on your ears. And every time it speaks, there's a pause, and then you hear an applause from an amount of people. What you're able to make out is a preaching of some kind. It's nonsensical. It's going on and on about how my greatness will bring down everyone. Applause. Including everyone who I do not like. Another applause. There will be no backstabbers. More applause. any of you could be a backstabber. There's silence before there's a slow applause. It's just that. But it just keeps going. On and on and on.
Yikes.
Yeah, it's a bit of a yikes. But that's about it. So you can tell that they're busy doing something, whatever the fuck that is. You can just rejoin your group going down the stairs.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Seems like we're not on that high alert. If he's giving a speech.
Well, that
She
means we
sends
need to
that.
be. That means we need to be going a little bit faster so that we can get this all done before his speech is over, whatever the fuck his speech is about.
All right. If everyone can please group up. I'm just gonna go ahead and move y'all here. Oop. Right. I'm assuming you're still bringing the jester with you.
I mean, I guess so. If he's not fucking off on his own, he's not causing us problems thus far.
Yeah. All right. Here is the Great Migration. You guys go down and find yourselves here. If you can just scroll upwards. Orient yourselves however you like. However, Feyre, there's another pinging of that familiar magic right up here. Oop. Essentially right to your left. If you peek around, you don't even really need to peek around. You know a camera's there.
She'll peek around the corner just long enough to Eldritch Blast it.
Alright, let me see an attack roll.
Get it.
Compact mirror.
That'll hit.
Okay. What'd you say, Iris?
I was just imagining Feyre with like a compact mirror doing the spy thing.
Oh, that's sick. Hell yeah.
I mean, the benefit of her knowing where things are with the detect magic is that all she really has to do is poke like one eye around the corner and shoot.
Mm-hmm.
So that's gone. That's nice.
Dope. Come across this hallway, you can go left or right. You see a doorway to the left and another hallway over to your right.
Which one is the office? I see multiple rooms on this map. Which one is the office?
The office is to the right.
We're going right then.
Fair enough. Go ahead and put these guys over here. I'll move Wist along here.
I'd like to say I don't imagine Davil being this far up in the front of the party, but so that I can keep moving him.
Yeah. All right. More doors.
I'm assuming the smaller room is the office.
You'd be assuming correctly.
Okay. Down here, then. Listen at the door.
Mm-hmm. Not a single peep.
Peek into the door. Cool.
You open it, it looks like a regular office, if not just a little cluttered. You see that the area is lit with little candles on the walls. You see a couple of crates stacked against the northern wall. You see in the corner has a desk that's just completely just very neat and organized. The only thing on it is a single book. You see, the chair behind it is actually really, really nice. The backing of it actually is carved with a spider motif. You also see a bare stone bookshelf against the eastern wall.
This would probably be the crates with the explosives, I assume.
Hey, would you like to go check?
Yes.
Alright. So cracking open the crates, there's 2 of them. Can you roll me a d2?
Okay. 2.
A 2. You crack, I'm assuming she's a rogue. She's got fucking crowbar and shit. You crack it open, and the first thing you see when you crack it open is darkness. Before you blink and you realize it is a crate filled to the brim with stuffed beholder dolls. Would you like to open the other one?
Yep.
Inside of that, you see a bunch of little trophies carved in a dark stone. You'd probably guess it'd be onyx.
I'll rip open one of the beholder dolls, make sure there's nothing inside.
Nothing except a small little squeaker and stuffing. You see, Rosette, you would see that your little guy kind of flinches a little bit. And Feyre just rips open a beholder doll.
Rosette, I imagine as they're walking, has been holding him like a Pokemon. He kind of turns away, pats, and oh, it's okay. Don't look. You don't need to see that.
I'll say if you want to take the Onyx trophies, they're 25 gold each, and there are 30 of them.
We don't have
Yes.
a bag of holding.
No, but I'm sure someone here could find some space for something. Nod, nod. Wink, wink.
Yagra.
No, it's Whist. She can find some space for them if we want.
There's also, the other crate is full of stuffed beholder plushies.
No, fuck that.
Oh, we can give one of those to the jester.
Does he want one?
Yeah. He said he really wanted one, right?
Yeah, he could. I think Wist also wanted one, right?
I need to be filled. I was away for a second.
They went down to the second floor. They found the office. And there were 2 crates in the corner. One of them has stuffed beholder plushies. The other had a bunch of onyx trophies that are worth 25 gold each.
Oh, okay. And this is the downstairs, right?
Yep.
Yeah. I think Whist would be very excited at seeing the beholder plushies. And would certainly dive straight for them.
Feyre just like watching it for a second, blinks. If you don't be stuffing all those, God knows where, you gonna take the things that actually worth some money to. Taps the other crate.
Oh, are you saying that these aren't worth any money?
Not as much as these are.
Whist tilts her head, looks down at the beholders. But I would pay quite a pretty penny for these if I dealt with money. Aren't they so cute? Look at those wee little stalks.
Feyre just blinks for a second, staring at the doll that I imagine has been thrust into her face.
Whist is waving at her with the stalk.
Looks at Whist. And you know, onyx is something that casters like you can be using for things too. So you don't even have to think about money.
And Whist considers this for a second and like looks down at the gazer plush.
Huh?
But I like this. I'll find room for the others. But there's something about these. Wist will begin tucking them away.
I guess.
There were 50. There is now 49 because Feyre ripped one open. And that is
40
why
48, because yes, Feyre will toss one towards the jester.
Hey, he catches it. He looks at it like one would look upon a newborn child.
Is the gazer able to communicate?
I don't think so. I don't think they speak a language.
Okay, but do they have they have some kind of intelligence, right? So they can communicate.
Yeah, they should understand language, they just can't speak.
Yeah. So it says no languages, but it has mimicry. I'll say they can understand. It just can't really speak, but it can mimic stuff.
Can it read?
I will say no.
Hmm.
It has a single-digit intelligence.
It has a 3 intelligence.
Ah, okay. Understood.
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
If you want, you can do the Discord. It'll just be one way.
is that allowed? Can she communicate with it that way?
Yeah, sure. If you can't read,
Oh, yeah,
it'll be like anyone else talking to it. It won't be able to talk back to you.
Yeah. Is something the matter, little one?
Staring at Feyre.
Oh.
It's hiding behind Rosette, peeking out, all its eyes around her shoulder. Its big eye is still scrunched shut behind her.
She isn't gonna hurt you.
Its eyes turn to look at you, as if like, what?
She was just making sure there weren't any traps. It's okay.
Turns to look at Feyre. Its eyes turn to look back at you. It's going to hide behind Rosette a little closer. But the shaking has stopped. There is distrust, though.
I promise you, she won't hurt you, okay? If she tried to, I'd stop. Okay? She puts out a pinky.
It looks at your pinky. And it just kind of like floats up to it. It doesn't really know what to do with it. But you know when like a dog kind of just like closes their mouth on something?
Mm-hmm.
As if just hold. That's what it does. Hold.
You know what? She'll accept that. She is going to teach this little baby beholder, this gazer, tons of tricks. And I know this has nothing to do with the campaign, but I know it's mine and Rosette's personal goal to teach this gazer how to read.
That can be something you work on. It might take a while, but I won't say it's impossible.
It's a long-term thing.
Yeah, long-term. All right. Anything else you guys are doing in the room? After you see that the crates in the corner are not what you're looking for.
But he said it was in the office.
Mm-hmm.
One time.
All right. Wand time. Who's got the wand?
Liz does.
All right.
Show us secrets. Where are they?
All right, Whist. That wand. Feyre, you already beat me to it. That wand, Whist, points you right to this bookshelf.
Wist waves her wand around, looks at the bookshelf. Is there any indication that it's behind the books, or?
Yes, there is. It points you and just straight to the bookshelf. But usually when you have the wand, it'll tug you towards the door, and once you get like right in front of it, it kind of stops as if here it is. It doesn't stop at the bookshelf. You feel the presence tug you more. It's behind it.
Okay, Yagra.
Hmm.
Okay, Torin.
All right, now this is a stone bookshelf, so this bitch is heavy. I'll need both Yagra and
Yeah.
Torin.
I imagine.
Can I give Yagra advantage, or you want 2 rolls?
2 rolls. Work together. Teamwork.
Oh, Jesus.
Athletics. Man's is thick for a reason.
Well, it's a +10, so we'll see. Oh, nat 20. I'm not kidding.
Holy shit! Man, before Yagra could even get to it, Torin just like, oh, this?
Cartoon throat, like, picks up and throws.
Yes.
Yeet. All right. Wait. Uh-oh.
I just see a chunk of the map moving.
Okay. Whoops. Gonna go ahead. Boop. It's pretty simple now that you know what it is and where it is. A door. Hidden behind the bookshelf.
As Feyre is like watching the 2 Strongs move the bookshelf, she just like pats the top of Wist's head, like Wist. It's like, even though it was the wand, it's like, good job.
I imagine that as Wist was trying to get to the thing, she was being like pulled toward the bookshelf and had to like yoink herself out of it. It was a bit of a struggle. It was very Looney Tunes, but at the head pat, she does brighten up somewhat and seems to have regained a little bit of her confidence and looks down.
All right. So, you open the door. Boop. To reveal a smaller room. Just past it.
And please tell me there's fucking TNT in there. Hey, man.
Mm-hmm.
Is there TNT in there?
It's a small room. You see what you see.
There's nothing in there.
Would anyone like to go in there and investigate?
Is there any magic pinging off of this?
No.
Feyre is starting to curse as she steps through.
All right.
Fucking god damn it.
So I will take perception checks.
Last time, I believe some weirdo.
Unless, Wist, I believe... How many charges do you have on that wand?
I think it would start off with like 3, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let me see.
I believe he used 2.
Yeah, this would be... I have 1 left.
Now, I'll take perception checks, or there's still that slight pull from the wand, Wist.
There's a 19 on my perception.
Okay.
I will. Oh, gone.
Oh, I'll say perception will do it if you want to keep the charge on it.
No,
and
court.
Farah, you see you've become pretty familiar with this, seeing Wisp reveal them over and over and over again. There's another secret door behind the first secret door.
Angry, frustrated, kick the door.
And revealing a smaller room filled with barrels, each one labeled in both common and Elvish, all capitals. Smoke powder, do not open.
Thank the fucking gods.
And that's where we're gonna wrap it up.
We found the bones.
Somebody come here.
Oh fuck! Whoops. Can I? There we go. Wrong layer. Haha.
Didn't blow it up yet.
All right. Thank you guys for playing.
Yeah, thank you.